Clemson. What's up, my fellow Tigers? So my name's Davis Andrews Craig.
Talk in a deep voice.
I'm not trying to talk in a deep voice. This is my normal voice, Ryan.
My name's Davis.
My name's Dave now. So my name's Davis, and I went to the new student dialogue about mental health. It was like titled something about Clemson being the second happiest students, and it was just about like some mental, I guess, disorders, as they were called, like OCD and depression and like post-traumatic stress, all that good stuff. But yeah, that was my new student dialogue. Had a guy and a girl like leading it. It was a massive one. There were like 40 people in there. It was a lot of fun. Do you feel your group achieved true dialogue? Why or why not? We did a little thing at the beginning where we like defined dialogue and defined debate and defined I don't know, something else. But dialogue is where you just kind of everybody has like nobody's right or wrong kind of thing, but you want to find common ground. And so did we achieve true dialogue? I mean, I guess nobody was really overly zealous about anything there. I think everyone just realized that it was something we have to do, and I don't think anybody was just like getting upset about it. And plus, there's not much room to like debate on like mental health. It just kind of is. So yeah, I guess we found common ground. I don't know. I think that's kind of an open-ended question that I can't answer. But some of the dynamics of our group. Were there active voices in our dialogue? And please explain. I would have to say no. I talked a little bit, but no one really talked that much. We had a weird guy leading ours who, I don't know, I feel like he made it harder to feel like we could talk about it. The only time we ever actually talked was whenever we split into groups to discuss different mental disorders and talk about if they had like affected us in any way. And I think that's the only time we ever really talked, but no one I talked to had any mental disorders effects. The only like actual conversations we had were I was saying that I feel like too many people like overdiagnose like mental things like OCD. Like somebody will say, "Oh, like I'm really OCD about this," and I'm just like, "You don't have OCD. I don't think that that's severe enough to be considered OCD because I don't think it affects your life in a like detrimental way. So it couldn't be that." And our group guy was like disagreeing with me, and I was like, "Dude, I honestly don't care that much, but you're right." Anyways, but I think the main thing that we were supposed to get out of it is that people with mental disorders don't look any different than us. It's like you see somebody, you don't know if they're depressed or not. You don't know if they're going through post-traumatic stress syndrome or whatever. You don't know. They look like everyone else. If someone's anorexic, maybe they have some physical attributes that you can say, hey, he looks like that, but you still don't know. And so I think the main thing we were supposed to get out of our dialogue was that, and I think we all agreed, like, okay, yeah, you can't see mental disorders, so that was cool. Actually learned something. Were there more reserved voices in your dialogue? Yeah, definitely. A lot of people didn't even open their mouths. They were just there to make sure their name got checked off the list. So, yeah, I guess that's reserved. Those were non-existent voices, but reserved voices, sure, why not? And what role did I play in our group? I don't know. I feel like I talked more than a lot of people. I just kind of volunteered because I wanted to get it over with. But yeah, it was a good time. Why do you think your dialogue is a component of Library 100, and do you see it as a useful tool in college or something? It's a component of Library 100 because I think they want us to realize that it's not always about being right. It's not always about being right. It's about finding common ground, like I said earlier, which is important because that's how problems get solved in today's world, not by debating and fighting and proving one's right versus the other. It's all about compromise. I'm sure that's cliche as anything, but who cares? And do I see dialogue as a useful tool? Yeah, of course it's a useful tool. I mean, it's good to be able to not have to like argue with people, even though I'm bad about that. But it's good to not have to argue with people. It's good to be able to just talk, share what you think, they share what they think, and then you can just, all right, yeah, woohoo, we all get it. All right, well, as always, South Carolina secession flag in the background. Wouldn't do any different. I've gone my 5 minutes, and yeah, bye.